Welcome to the recap of Pulp Cthulhu Black Heart Crucible Session 6. As always, let me thank Juice at Master the Game for hosting and playing, the brains behind the operation, Paula at Awkwardly Nerdy, OSR Guru, Bill at RollStats, and the three-headed monster, Jason, Josh, and Isaiah. We pick it up as the doctor has just coughed earwigs into her hand. The players have to deal with this current situation. We find out what happens to Luther, and they all manage to get back together. They head north to a safe house to start to piece together the information that they've gathered. They learn a secret about a ring that they discovered, and then they all end up taking a cruise to Chile. Let me thank our newest and only sponsor of the recap, Bacchus Cruise Lines. Hey, Luther, what are they known for?
Wife swapping and orgies. Like that's pretty much what happens on these cruises.
Yeah, she coughs and she's got earwigs in her. Looks in her hand, she's got earwigs crawling all over her hand and they fall on the floor.
Ethel's gonna hit her with the light.
You faintly see it obviously on the earwigs, and there's some like streaks around her face. Not doing anything, considering she's in this van that's being lifted by a helicopter that has a coffin in it. And how many dead bodies are in this back of this van? One, two,
three.
Three dead bodies. Blake's knocked out.
So here's what happened, guys. Like seriously, I was cooking up a primo batch. I mean, I was researching some supplies for our current mission, and everything was going along great. But I had, I tested a little of it, and then I don't know, I was having a good time. I got a dog, guys. Like it was great. It's this beautiful golden retriever. Her name's Karen. Technically, she's not really my dog. It's just shitty Carl's, but we bonded and stuff. Like we're writing a book, and it's about squirrels. Her idea, but it was a great experience. And then I don't know, I inhaled too much of the ammonia gas, and I woke up in lockup, and a couple of NUSDA guys showed up and they kind of sprung me.
Faintly remember thinking they were UNAS guys. You wake up.
Yep.
You are in the back of a van. There's assorted items in here. You can tell that at one time your hands were bound, but they're not bound anymore. You had a gag. It's not there anymore. There's a person sitting across from you in a blonde wig and a very dark beard.
Karen?
A fumigation canister. There's a driver and a passenger, and they're having a conversation, obviously, in Spanish.
Nice.
You can feel an intense amount of heat, and then it kind of fades, and the van begins to pick up speed and starts to drive.
Is this Uber or Lyft but there's an extra $10 that my friend Boris is going to give you if you take me where I need to go. I don't look, I'm sorry. I know I kind of threw up in the car a little bit, and I'll pay the cleanup fee and stuff. Well, Boris will, but this is important. I gotta get to where I'm going. Like right now, poor favor, senior.
The person sitting across from you is just like, Luther, you need to be quiet, man. Just be quiet.
I don't know what happened, Karen, but like you were a beautiful golden retriever, and now you're some bearded blonde person, and I don't know what's going on. I got a good thing going on. I don't want to mess it up. I'm gonna get fired, or even worse, like killed or something. Karen, I'm serious, but like I'm a real important guy now, and I got important things to do, and we gotta go.
Why you keep calling me Karen? It's Reginald. Reginald Rhett. Last time you were down, they call me Regret.
Oh,
don't you remember last time you were here?
Reggie, dude. Okay, I got you covered. First of all, primo wicked stuff, buddy. I'm just saying wicked stuff. And I'm going to give you some if we can get to where I got to go right now. Maybe if we could stop at a phone. If you could just tell your friends to stop at a phone and I could make a call.
They came and picked us up from the lockup, and then they tied us up, so they ain't our friends, man.
Did they say anything in English?
They said something about payback for what happened at the oil rig.
I'm gonna open the door and tumble.
So you go to the back door. It is locked.
Yes, but Luther has all of his belongings in a
Yes.
clear plastic bag. Like
Correct.
his shoelaces are out, his belt is
Yep.
off, but all of his belongings are in a little clear plastic bag. And he reaches in for that handy dandy switchblade. So the door pops open, and Luther looks back at Reggie/Karen and says, last chance, man, I'm going. And he tumbles out, does like a tuck and roll, tumbling out.
And as you come to a stop, you realize that there's a huge fireball behind you. You also see a helicopter.
You know what? I'm going to flag the helicopter. If there is an exploded building, it has to be my crew, right?
A streak of fire, like somebody had a flamethrower, shoots out of what looks like the front window and hits the helicopter. Everybody in the van, you feel this jostling. It burns the straps, and the van hits the ground, and you hear a smash.
And look around outside the front window. What do I see?
You see the helicopter like spinning around, and you can tell it's been hit with some sort of fire.
You see, Grandma, this is why I drive everywhere.
Status report, everybody. Any broken bones?
No, but the car does not work.
Did somebody stab me in the neck? Why was there this syringe back here?
Don't ask.
It's not a problem right now.
You see that fire?
Save that. I don't mind reusing those.
If you look in the mirror, you can see an identical van.
Let's get in that other van. Come on, everyone.
Can Billy Bob roll out the side with his Russian sniper rifle and take a peek through the scope?
So you shoot him. You do not catch him in the head. You catch him in the shoulder, and he just kind of ducks out of the way. Luther, as you're standing there and you see this whole scene, you see an individual step out of the van with no clothes on. It is not Regret. It is some other person you have not seen. You can see now they have bandages on, and they're all bloody, and they're just kind of looking around, and they begin to walk over to a convenience store. As you're moving towards the van, you notice that in the distance is a figure that's standing in the road, and he silhouettes in the light. It looks like Luther.
The hell? Luther, how the hell did you get out here?
Oh my God!
Say the story, honey. We need that van. We gotta get out of here.
Okay. But wait. There's people in the van that were
I've
trying
got
to
a
kill
gun.
me. They were doing bad things here. Oh, okay. You. I got your back, Ethel. You
Ethel's
go.
gonna rapid fire at the person in the passenger seat. Doof, doof, doof.
Yeah, the windshield, just these holes in it. And you can see like a figure like drop to the ground in the back.
Via con Dios, compadre, and just kind of gives Ethel a big hug. Smells of stale sweat, piss, and vomit. Like he's just his pants are half falling down because he's carrying his belt. Yeah, it's
Put your
it's
belt
amazing.
on, honey. God.
Blake, would you like to keep an eye on the 2 prisoners in the van as well as the coffin?
Aren't they dead?
No, they're fine.
They're not dead yet? Oh.
And they are going to stay not dead if you know what's good for you.
Yeah, I'll stay with that's fine. I'll watch the prisoners. Yeah.
Billy Bob, keep an eye on them too. We don't need any more surprises.
I'll switch from the sniper rifle over to the shotgun while all that's going on. Start keeping watch over the prisoners.
Totally gonna have my 22 short auto ready. If anyone acts up, I'm pistol whipping them.
You do notice that the stranger who walked away from the van without clothes has entered the convenience store.
Who the hell is that?
Ethel, I don't know. It was dark back there, and I'm not feeling real well right now. But
We gotta get this van. We gotta go.
All right, but do you want me to go check in the convenience store to see who that was, or like?
We'll have time for that later.
Okay.
Everyone out of the goddamn van.
You see a man about 6'9" with a blonde wig step out.
Don't hurt. That's Karen. Long story, Ethel. Don't hurt Karen. Like,
You know this guy?
Luther, you owe me.
yeah, he's good. He's okay. He's not. Don't worry. He's not a commie bastard.
But there is another person in there. They are wounded. Like you can see that they've been shot. They're like crawling towards the back, trying to get out, leaving a blood trail.
One gunshot goes off. Drag him out, honey. We gotta get this van backed up to the other one.
Luther climbs into the van and starts dragging him out, but he's also rifling through their pockets as he, as he's.
So as you grab onto them and start pulling them, you realize you pull some of their skin like right off, revealing reptilian scales. Give me a sand roll.
That's a fail. 3. Ethel, I don't know whether is this a bad trip and the remnants of, but like, can you just come here and tell me if this is reptilian or if I'm just kind of
If he's
freaked out
weird, leave him in the
now?
van.
I drop it and I'm like, okay, I'll be right there. And I gingerly approach and still rifle through the pockets, even though they're disgusting and their skin is coming off, because they still might have pockets.
They got about $20 on them.
I grab the wallet, take the money out, any sort of IDs, credit cards, that sort of thing, and then just like kind of toss the wallet.
Joke's on you. That was an imported Italian wallet worth thousands of dollars.
Okay.
Bob's going to attempt his new skill and intimidate the doctor and the patient to get their asses in the other van now.
With
Okay.
patient's unconscious.
As you attempt to intimidate the doctor, she is just like not moving faster than you think she should be, and you go into a rage.
I'm going to start kicking her in the ass and screaming even louder to get her ass in the van.
As she kind of like moves out of the way as you try to like forcefully grab her, she kind of slips away and then starts to run.
Shoot her!
Bang.
So she gets blasted and hits the ground and kind of gets up, and she can see like there's earwigs starting to come out of her body, like they're falling out of where the buckshot was.
Guys, what in the actual fuck is happening right now? Those guys'
Yes,
skin
it
is coming off. This bitch is spitting up earwigs. Like, what?
There's some kind of weird disease or something. Blake, get that damn coffin.
This thing's heavy. It's got like metal tubes and stuff in it.
Ethel's gonna climb her old ass self out there with him. Just let's go, come on! And try and help him push it.
So just enough to leverage it so you can get it right onto the back of the other van.
Oh, wait, did you need a hand, Blake? Why didn't you ask? I
Oh,
would have
my
helped you.
back!
Oh no, I needed someone who actually has a little bit of muscle. Don't worry, Luther.
Buddy, punch it once Luther gets in here. We gotta run her down.
I beg your pardon?
Guys, we need to get a flamethrower. These earwigs, they're out of control.
Oh, here you go. I have one.
Do you really?
Of course I do.
Amongst their various items here in the back of the van, they actually had one.
I am
It's how
ready
she
to
keeps-
sanitize some shit.
It's how she keeps the pizzas warm.
Billy Bob, you see the van accelerate towards her, about to hit her. As you hit the doctor, her head pops right off and explodes with all sorts of ichor and earwigs go everywhere, and some start to fill up the van.
That's why I wore
Luther
sunglasses.
jumps out the back of the van. Nope.
The earwigs seem to be flying around like they're winged.
Wait, what?
Blake, turn that
They fly now?
flamethrower around. Blake,
No,
Blake,
don't burn the van!
Do
Don't
it,
burn
do
the
it.
van!
Yeah, I jump
I'll
out.
stop the van.
All right.
And then I'll step out.
I'm gonna go back and scorch the doctor's about.
You're burning whatever's left.
Hose down the inside of the van with the pesticide, and then roll the windows down. Everyone back in the van!
Are you crazy? You gotta rinse that thing out.
We don't have time. The police will be here any minute.
Is there a smell of pesticide? Does the
Broken.
pesticide smell really strong?
Mm-hmm.
Luther darts to the back of the van and just starts huffing. And he's like, come on! Hurry! It's
I'll
fading
let
fast!
you do that.
So Ethel, as you are, I assume you got all the windows, everything's open, and you're just fumigating. All the bugs are still in this van, just kind of flying around. They don't seem to be affected. Luther, you feel something touching your thigh.
Define I feel. Does it feel like a bug? I guess is what
No,
I'm
it
saying.
feels like a hand.
He seems excited.
Yeah, right. Luther continues to huff, but he looks down. He looks down at his thigh. Karen,
You see that
I
one
thought
of
I
the
washed that peanut butter off.
You'd think so.
you see one of the dead bodies in here. The hand is kind of like on your thigh, touching it.
Looking down at the dead body, he's like, "Hey, I didn't even notice you there. What? These guys are idiots, right? They're wasting this. What's going on? What's your name? Luther, Louis Styles. Call me Louis. It's great to meet you."
Turns and looks at you. Its eyes open. They're black, and their teeth, you can see, are now black. And they kind of slide over and go to take a big bite out of your thigh. Do you wish to push the roll?
I do, because I don't want to turn into a zombie.
As you try to move out of the way, this thing just lays into your thigh and lays its teeth right into you. It rips a piece right out of your thigh.
Yeah, I'm standing right there. Ethel's gonna dump 3 rounds into its head.
Its head like explodes and all these little insects begin to fall out of it. Luther, you can give me a sand roll.
success.
Be a con roll. You're looking for a hard success.
Need a 15 then, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. A 7. So that's a 7.
Wow. Yes.
Yes. Apparently, all of the DDT running through my bloodstream right now has rejected the zombie plague.
The bodies are starting to come alive.
Everyone,
Ethel's
kick him
reloading.
out the back, and I'll torch him.
Can Luther take a shot at one?
Sure, go for
Okay.
it. Blow a hole in it, and the bugs start to come out of it, and it just kind of like desiccates right in front of you.
Can
So
I curb stomp one?
Yeah, you stomp it again. It like desiccates as the bugs start to come out of it.
Fine, I'll just shoot the damn thing and we'll be done with it.
You blast it, and the van is now full of a lot more bugs, but at least the bodies aren't moving.
Everyone get in and grab something. Honey, punch it so the wind blows them out.
I'll turn the air conditioner up all the way, and I'll do that as well.
Luther looks down at his bleeding, bloody thigh and looks up at the rest of the group, and he's like, all right, one of you guys got to bite the bullet and suck the zombie poison out.
Luther, that's not how zombies work.
Luther, you're flexible enough. You can do it, probably. Didn't you have your lower ribs removed for that?
Come on, Blake. Don't you remember that time at summer camp? Don't pretend like you didn't do this before.
Billy Bob, you notice that the convenience store, the lights flicker and go out for like a second, and then just kind of come back on, and then all the lights down on this row on the street just go out. So
Why didn't
as you guys are
ask about the
driving in
helicopter?
this van with the windows open, and the bugs have not left. They are still swarming in the van.
Honey, it looks like they're not leaving. We need a new ride.
See, Billy
Nice.
Bob was used to this from riding the bike across country and stuff. There's been bugs trying to get in my mouth
Stuck in his
thousands
teeth.
of miles. I'm a professional.
Get a new vehicle. We got Luther. He can hotwire anything.
You see
A country squire station wagon.
That's about the right
Perfect.
size.
Once everyone's out, I will light it on fire. This was a great idea, guys. Anyone have any marshmallows?
You
Get
want me
it
to try to
started.
hotwire this bitch? So Luther pulls out his little switchblade, pops it into the ignition. The engine like turns right over. He looks up at Ethel. See, told you, done good,
Good
done
job,
good.
honey.
Pop my White Snake cassette into the cassette player and turn it up.
Ethel, the phone begins to vibrate. Please proceed 20 miles north to the following coordinates that will be sent to you. Napalm is on its way. Door closes. You look inside. You can see that there are two people there waiting in hazmat suits. And there's another person that is like next to a radio with headphones on. So the two people with the hazmat suits come over. What's the problem? Do you have an infected with you?
Yeah, we got one lady here. She's unconscious. And we have a very wounded man in a coffin. He might have good intel.
And I'm missing a chunk of my thigh as I drop trowel.
Also, here's patient zero if you need him, and I'll hold up the vacuum cleaner bag.
After Ethel's done changing her bandage, she'll walk over and bandage Luther's leg.
I see you've made it back. Excellent work.
Boy, hey, but Boris, I'm sure you have some like Advans or something on you, right? Like
Hold on, let me look. And he reaches in his pocket. He hands you like 3 pills. Little Jimmy Simpkins sold them to me. Said they are good, so you can take them. I'm sure.
Luther throws all 3 into his mouth and just swallows them immediately.
You should be fine.
Well, I think this man is harboring information.
Well, let's open it up and see what's inside. You brought Coffin. This is excellent.
Oh shit.
yeah.
Bob is getting his shotgun
I don't know
and
that you wanna
leveling
do
it with
that.
where that coffin lid's about to open.
Ethel slowly opened the lid of the coffin.
There's no body in there. There's some clothes.
Son of a bitch escaped. How the hell did he get out of our van and into the other van?
Beg your pardon?
The bandaged man that went into the convenience store.
Ethel, I told you should have let me go after him. But maybe they're not zombies. Maybe they're like vampires, and he turned into gaseous form and escaped with the pesticide gas.
Well, that definitely.
No, they are not vampires. Vampires are on our side. That's true.
Oh.
So what was the full scoop on the oil rig with the big tentacle monster thing?
The report was they found something in water.
Yeah, but what the hell do we think it is?
We believe it is potentially spacecraft.
That moves like a living creature?
No, that is charged with a certain energy, and that obviously caused these problems.
So how do we
it
deal
caused
with that?
people to puke up bugs, choke up bugs, and come back from the dead?
I don't know. We have to talk to doctor. He has more of the know than I, but apparently he claims he has dealt with this before. I got the call from Dr. Lucifer. He told me about this infection, this corruption. It comes from energy, from black crystal. So if you see some sort of crystal being used for power energy that is black, this is how it gets started. You have to destroy it with fire.
Wasn't someone yelling something about reptile people earlier?
Yeah, Bonnie. Yeah. I'm glad you brought the. So yeah. Their skin comes right off, and they're reptilian people.
Do you know anything about them?
I have heard rumors of reptilians. You were telling me that you put person in coffin and they vanish.
Yeah.
Well, except for their
Doctor.
clothes.
Apparently, this is the same doctor who attempted to kill Billy Bob as well.
How many times you shoot him?
1, 2.
Billy Bob
3,
gave him a
4.
shotgun round. I
shot
hit
him
him
3
twice
times.
or 3 times,
Yes,
something like
yes.
that.
Boris comes over and he, since you gave him the pants to wear, he takes out, empties the pockets. There are 2 passports he puts on the table. Now, I found these in the pockets. One is a Chilean passport for a Dr. Vincent Gonzalez, and the other is a Sudanese passport for a James Davenport.
Can I flip through the passport and see what national stamps are inside?
UNAS, Veracruz. One has been stamped Jamaica, and the other one is Guatemala.
I also have this I want you to take a look at, Boris, and I'm going to pull out the ring I found in the notebook.
Oh, but it's nice you pick up a ring.
Boris, what does this ring mean to you?
Explain where you found the ring.
Got it off that man in the black trench
Yep.
coat.
What does the trench coat man do?
Didn't you tell me he hit you with a big gust of wind?
Yep, he tried to knock me down with a massive gust of wind, and it failed. He had some type of powers that I can't quite explain. Blake, did you see anything right before you blacked out?
No, I killed him and then I think it happened. Yeah, it was like some weird magic or voodoo or something. That's what it was. He did like some gesture and then there was a huge gust of wind.
Does that make sense to you, Boris? Anything like that before?
Unfortunately, it makes lots of sense. So last time I see this ring you showed me, it was one my father had. Yes, it belongs to a group. They were known as the Cult of Stalin. They were worshippers of him.
Phil's gonna try and use her insane memory to see if she remembers any programs that they came across during her time as a CIA. It's a hard success.
You'd heard of this group, the Cult of Stalin. And from your understanding, as soon as Khrushchev took control, he pretty much purged all of them. They were supposed to be
they
dead.
were all wiped out.
And they basically hid in the shadows. They were supposedly occultists practicing like black magic.
I think they were like the communist counterpart to the men who stare at goats.
Grandma, I believe the men who stare at goats were just a myth.
Oh no, honey. That all happened. Yeah, the high priority target I was trying to say in southern Italy, we were trying to capture a priest. I think he was trying to defect or something. He's the member of that same cult. And that's also what this doctor had on his hand.
That's why it explains why he was in Coffin then out of Coffin.
What do you know about this cult, Boris?
I know that their objective is to bring Stalin back.
Like
They will
from
go
the
at all
grave.
means to do so.
How would they... Oh, why am I even asking? The earwigs seem to bring people back quite effectively. They're probably looking for a more refined version of that. Well, it sounds to me like we're going to have to somehow get into this group and destroy it from the inside out.
I think if I got a clean pair of clothes and put this ring on, I could probably pass. Like, Boris, if you just tell me everything that you know about these folks, I could probably pass as a cultist.
All right, so what is your plan when you get down to dock?
Get on the ship and find out where it's going and what it's doing. If there might be information on it.
I am this wonderful woman's physician, her personal physician, and she suffers from mesothelioma. And this is her oxygen tank that she needs to take with her at all times. So, yeah. Excuse me, Sir, Bursar, Isaac.
Say hola, senor.
Rubing. We need to get to the head of the line. This woman is really, really ill, and we need to get her into her cabin immediately.
Oh, you see a person in a white suit. Oh, okay. Yes. Welcome.
She's really ill. She needs to get to her room and rest. If you know, I would hate for anything to happen and further to be a massive just like PR disaster for your cruise line. So if the quicker we can get her to her room and some meds, she needs some meds, whatever you have. Like just bring me whatever you have in stock. I'll make sure that I prescribe it to her. It'll be fine. And we need to get her to her room right away. Right away. The quicker the better. And some champagne. So here's the thing, right? She's kind of an alcoholic, and if we really shouldn't be giving her liquor, but we'll give her some champagne. It'll calm her down, bring her blood pressure down a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. Like that's what we need is some champagne and what else? A nice lobster, maybe like a couple lobsters.
Ethel's hyperventilating through this mask because there's no air being fed to it.
Look at her. She's turning blue. Breathe, ma'am. Breathe. And Luther bangs on Ethel's chest. Breathe.
Quickly, take us to our cabin.
The
Dr.
mesothelioma.
Luther, you should probably inject her with one of those syringes you have.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And Luther takes a trank and shoots it into Ethel.
Billy Bob's gonna move to catch her.
Well, it's the ones that Billy Bob claimed don't work. So yeah, right.
Oh no, these were modified. So if Ethel wants to give her a roll, yeah, she is out like a light.
I will catch her, and as I catch her, I will actually pick her up. I got her. Let me through. Let's get her to her room.
Don't expose her to anybody with that damn moo-moo on.
Yeah.
He hurries you. There's some other people assisting, moving everybody out of the line.
Ethel in her sleep is, you goddamn communist son of a bitch.
She does that a lot. Don't worry about it.
She's so adorable when she has commie dreams. Like
I swear to God, I'm gonna make you tear down that wall.
This is Boris. What is happening on ship?
It appears that we are waiting for most likely the people who aren't showing up to show up, the ones who are dead.
Don't let Bonnie lie to you. She's trying to pick up men already.
And this is some damn fine champagne.
Believe me, I don't have a
You
problem
should be
picking
cleared
up
to be on ship. It is headed to Valparaiso, Chile.
What do we know about there in relationship to the court of Stalin?
I do not know anything. I know that that was on note about the university there. So that is where its stop is.
Ah, it makes sense. Chile, the University of Stalin, they always went together.
No, they didn't. Have you been drinking champagne also?
I think we all have at this point, including my grandmother who's unconscious.
I will meet you in Chile. Oh, very good. How is Ethel? Is she not answer the phone?
She's sleeping at the moment. Very tired.
Wait, hey Bonnie, are we headed to Chile? Just ask Boris. We're not going to run into Pinochet, are we? Because that's a long story, but I don't want to run into anyone. Yeah.
Boris, what do you think the odds of us running into Pinochet are?
Like the second night, you're just like mopping it up.
Yep.
Like rolling it up. And you happen to look up, and there's a person across the table, an older Latin gentleman, who has like wearing a sash, and he very fine haircut. He almost looks like
Jesus, it's General Pinochet. God damn it!
He just kind of looks at you and smiles.
We're gonna go somewhere where there's not a mob that wants Luther's head.
I would probably strip down to my Speedo, hit the deck, and try to get a nice tan.